Good morning and welcome to the Free Daily Coaching Hangout. Your daily hangout for mindset, tech tips, and everything attraction marketing. We're here every morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Sit back or jump in. Either way, remember to have some fun. Here at freedailycoaching.com.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I have something exciting to show you, and I want to go ahead and turn my camera off and say good morning and welcome to the Free Daily Coaching Hangout. Now, if this is your very first time here, I want to say stick with me here for just a few moments. On Thursdays, we do a Thursday throwdown, and last Thursday, one of the throwdowns that I specifically made was changing my office up just a little bit and really changing how I'm doing things, cleaning my office up. And I actually had to move the physical office in my house from one room to another in our home. So that was one of my Thursday throwdowns. And so I wanted to do something special. I wanted to get that done and get that accomplished, but I wanted to do something different in the Free Daily Coaching Hangout and for the Free Daily Coaching Hangout. So for those of you that are watching on Google Plus or YouTube, or maybe you're here live, if you're not listening to the audio feed of this, then we're going to do something really special. But what I'm going to do in the Free Daily Coaching is I'm going to back it up a little bit, and I'm going to invite you to come and sit with me in at my desk each and every morning here at the Free Daily Coaching Hangout. So as you can see, I've got a new fun little toy to be able to play with so that I can come to you live each and every morning here from my desk, here in my office, in my home in Colorado Springs. So I wanted to do something really exciting for a Mindset Monday. Every week we start out our Monday with a Mindset Monday. So I'm going to invite you to participate today, and I'm going to show you how interactive and how you can really participate in what we're going to be doing. So first off, let me say good morning and welcome to each and every one of you. I want to give a shout out to some folks that I see here. Let me just check in the chat to make sure that you guys can see and hear me. Good morning. Good morning. All right. I can't see because it's far away. Good morning to all of you guys. Yes, you can see and hear me. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Because it doesn't say that you can't. So good morning and welcome to Free Daily Coaching. Good morning to our good friend Judy. Good morning, Craig. Good morning, Diane. Nice to see you here again. Christina, what a pleasure as always. Ms. Garcia, Debbie, you're here. Good morning and welcome. My buddy B. Gibbs, Brian Gibbs is in the house this morning. What's up, B? Mrs. Malia Holleran is in the house this morning. Mr. Jarman, Steve, good to see you here, buddy. Deb Castman, Jackson Kelly, Phoenicia's here. Leanne, what's up? Mr. Marlowe, good to see you. Bob and Len are here. What's going on? Those guys are like the Hardy Boys running around doing like adventures together. We got Larry Ryan's in the house. Carrie, good morning to you. Rick, what's up, buddy? Hey, Josh, what's going on? I see Josh is here this morning. As always, Chris Schaus is in the house. We got Debbie Deerdorf. Beth, good morning and welcome. I see a bunch of people are just still popping on. So what we're going to do this morning is kind of a two-part Mindset Monday. And the reason specifically is because I'm going to parlay what we're going to do, and this is the interactive part. I'm going to parlay what we're going to do into the mindset call, the Monday morning call for My Lead System Pro. Now, you don't have to be a member of My Lead System Pro. It's an absolutely free call that happens every single morning right after my free daily coaching call. So it happens at 11 a.m. Eastern time each and every morning, Monday through Friday. So if someone wants to go ahead and put that number up over in the chat, I know it, I believe I know it, and I'll go ahead and put it over there too. this way, if you want to, you can jump over, and then there's an access code, and it's 100669. There you go. Boom. So there you can get your access. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the letter T and how the letter T can steal your victory. Now, I'm not going to go into the entire thing, but I want to give you guys a couple ideas, and I would love for your participation. And this is the interactive part. This is the part where you get to participate, where you get to be a part of the action. So raise your hand this morning, and I'm pulling up my notes for this. Raise your hand this morning if you want to be a part of. And this is the deal. When you raise your hand, what you're raising your hand for and what you need to be able to share is a little bit of vulnerability. And let me tell you what I mean by that. I've got a bunch of ideas already, and I want to get some from you. And when I say some vulnerability is because today I want you to share some statements that have not been serving you well, some unempowering statements, some statements that maybe have the word can't, or maybe you've had some words don't or won't, and you've had those statements going through up here, and those tapes have been running and they haven't been serving you. So if you're willing to be a little bit vulnerable this morning, and if you're willing to share, then raise your hand. Then raise your hand and let me bring you over and see. So Bob is doing something else, and I think Bob thinks it's something else. So that's fun because Bob says, I don't do the T word. So Bob, I think you think I'm going to say try, and that's not what it's all about. But that's really good, and that's what's fun about doing this. So let me see. I have at least one hand raised. So someone, okay, come on over. I'll bring you over, buddy. All right. So someone and anyone that's willing this morning to be a little vulnerable and say, hey, you know what? I've said that before. I've said I can't do this, or I won't be able to do that. Absolutely. So if you're willing to be a little vulnerable and you're willing to come out and share maybe one of the unempowering statements that maybe has been sifting through your noodle, that will be awesome. So come on over, and we're going to add it to the list, and that's how you can be a part of, because I'm going to be using these on my next call. So good morning, Mr. Miller.
Good morning, Mr. Burke.
Okay, so Bob, oh, your sound is awesome this morning. It looks like you're in a new location, Bob.
I just turned the camera.
Awesome. Well, Bob, let me ask you this. Have you ever had a statement that you've had going through your mind, or that you've said to yourself that wasn't serving you, that was something to the effect of, I can't do this, or I won't be able to do this, or I don't know how to do this? Anything along those lines with a can't, a won't, or a don't?
Of course I've had those, Bert. We all have those.
Right, we all have them. So can you give me one that maybe you recognize that's really held you back?
Well, the T word, using the T word, the word try has always been a big thing for a lot of people. Years ago, I went to a 3-day workshop, and I actually attended this workshop a couple of times. And every time, and we had to do all this participation, and we had to get up on stage and get on with a microphone and talk about the experiences. And every time we said the word the T word try.
Okay, but wait, hold on, Bob, because you're thinking that I'm going with the T word based on that post, and I'm not talking about the word try. Okay. What I'm asking about is there a sentence in your mind, a phrase that you recognize that you've said over and over that either has a can't, a won't, or a don't in it?
I can't think of any at this point.
So I can't think of any. All right, that's a good one. Thanks, Bob. That was perfect.
There it is. There's my word.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything. ... That's a great one, Bob. That's perfect. All right. Let's jump over to Len. And then we'll jump over from Len. We'll jump over from Len, then we'll talk to the ladies. We'll talk to Leanne and Chris. So Len, has there been something going on ever with you? And when I say something, I mean, have you had that statement that runs through your mind that tells you either I can't do something, or I don't, or I won't? Have you had one of those?
Yeah, sure. I carried around for many years the "I'm not good enough" concept, and that was just that was huge, and I didn't recognize it for a long time. I didn't recognize that's what was going on. But
Okay, so the "I'm not good enough," I'm going to translate into "I won't be enough," right?
okay, that's
Right,
fine.
because I'm looking specifically for a can't, a don't, or a won't statement.
Okay. I won't achieve the goal because I'm not good enough.
Okay, I won't achieve the goal. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
I won't achieve the goal because I'm not good enough. Okay, that's good. That's a good one. That's
Okay.
a good and that's a really good one, Len, because it's like it's not just like, oh, I won't succeed. It's I won't succeed, and then you have something behind it, right?
Right.
There's like an add-on, and that add-on is a huge part. So we're going to talk about that this morning, and we're going to get more into that, and we're going to see how we can kind of dissect this to be able to use this to motivate ourselves. So
Okay.
and Leanne is out.
Glad I could help.
Yeah, dude, that was a good one. Bob didn't even know he was going to do a good one, and he dropped one in, and he was like, "Hey," right? So that was perfect. So, because that was like in real time, right? Bob did. That was fun. All right, Miss Schaus, jump on over.
You know, I really have technical difficulties, and so whenever I run up against something technology-wise, the first thing that comes into my mind is, I can't do this.
All right, I can't do this. That's okay. And do you have any other, Chris? Because you got pretty passionate there. You got fired up, like you know, like that was the first thing. So do you have ones that come after that sometimes? Like you're like, I can't do this, and then is there something that follows it? Is there more won'ts or don'ts that follow that?
I'm getting much better with the video, but for years I hid where I wasn't going to go out there and do video because I'm not good enough. What do I have to say to somebody?
Right. I don't have anything to say.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say to people. See, these are the things that are running through our heads. And it's okay right now. It's okay. We're not going to dwell in this place. We're not going to stay in this place. But right now we're sharing them to be able to show that we all have these things that pop up. So let's jump over. We'll go to Leanne, and then we'll jump over to Patty. And then let me look and see if anyone else raised their hand. If you have a can't, a won't, or a don't, you can come over here and share it with us this morning, and then we're gonna go in further, and we're gonna explore some of these ideas on the call on the next, right, when we jump onto the telephone call. So go ahead, Leanne.
One of mine is when I make an investment in like a program or something, I'm like, well, what if I don't make money with this? What if it's not? What if it's a failure? What if it's, a bunch of what if, and what if I won't? What if I don't?
Okay, what if I won't, blot, 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 or, right. or, what if I won't?
I don't. What if I won't? What if I don't?
What if I don't? Yeah, okay. And so that's and I'm going to put it over here, and that's like an all fear-based, right? That question, when you're asking yourself that question, a lot of times it's like a fear-based question that's running through our mind. So we're going to go back and we're going to explore how we can start turning these things around. That's a really good one, Leanne. All right, let's jump over to Patty and see what Patty's got. Okay, and I will make sure I got everyone else. Okay, Patty,
Hi,
go
Bert.
ahead.
I think mine comes more from questions that I keep asking myself every day that are running through my head, like why can't I get results? Why am I not getting done what I need to get done every day? Why don't I
Wait,
do
wait,
the
wait, 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 wait.
Whoops.
You're doing good. Wait, that's
Oops.
good. Why can't I
Get
what was it?
results? Why can't
Why
I
can't I
get
get
results?
results? Okay. Okay, and then what was the other one?
Why don't I get the things done I need to every day?
Good. All right, you have any more, Patty? Because those are good.
Why don't others follow me?
Okay, good. Nice. All right, you have more, or is that it?
Well, I ask myself a ton of questions, but I think those are the three main ones that are really holding me back.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, awesome. Thank you for sharing. Let's jump over to, and I'm just adding them, guys. So what I'm doing is I already had oh, you guys can't see, but I already had like a list going, and then I'm just adding some of what you guys put, because what I did was some really generic ones, and I'll share those with you guys in just a second here, and on the call too. So, let's jump over to Craig. Craig, you got some can't, some won't, or some don'ts that you do?
Yeah, I've got a huge one that has really been on my mind, and it's I can't get my personal life out of the way of my business life. Does that make sense?
Yep, I can't get my personal life out of the way of my business. Okay, boom. Okay, that's a good one. These are good. These are really, really good. This is why this is going to be powerful, because we're going to examine these statements in just a moment, right? In a little bit here. We're going to jump over and we're going to really examine these statements. Okay, I see Maria. Bring it over. Craig's getting a rock star phone call. He's got right? He's got the rock star ring. The reason that these are so powerful is this is real. Okay, these aren't some hypothetical things that when I sat down, and that's why I wanted to bring you over here and have you be a part of it, right? This isn't like I made the top 10 list, and this is like I sat in at my kitchen table this morning over a cup of coffee, and I decided that these are the statements. Now, these are the things that are real. These are the things that are really affecting each and every one of you. And so if it's affecting Patty, do you think that there's someone else that's having that same experience? If Len is having that question, do you think that there's someone else that's having that same question as Len? Absolutely. If Chris and Bob have been saying the same thing to themselves for the last 20 years, do you think there might be some other people that have been doing that same exact thing? Of course there is. And you think if Craig and Leanne have had some challenges and they've been asking themselves and saying to themselves, I can't, or I won't, or I don't, do you think that there's other people out there that are having those same or similar challenges? The answer is absolutely, positively, 100% yes, there is. So, what if it were possible for you to move out of the can'ts, to move out and away from the won'ts and the don'ts and into the cans and the do's and the wills? What happens when you step in and shift over to that area and that focus is you become the light. You start to shine, and what that really enables and what it really allows for is, it allows for the opportunity for you to then become the leader. It allows for you to then become the one to share the light with those that are still in the can't area, for those that are still won't and don't, right? Does that make sense? Does it make sense that when you move out of a place of despair, when you move out of a place of challenge, and you have solutions, then the other people that are having a challenge come to you for solutions, right? I mean, it's pretty basic. If Bob wants to go and get in shape, then what's Bob going to do? He's going to talk to other people that are in shape and in the shape that he wants to get to, and he's going to follow what they're doing. Why? Because they're already in shape. Bob's not going to go find a guy that is like morbidly obese, has been for 20 years, right? Doesn't leave the home, right? Has everything. Like, Bob's not going to go and talk to that guy about how to get in shape, because that guy hasn't done it. That guy hasn't gotten out of it and actually gotten in shape. And we can look at this, and I was just using the getting in shape as one example. You could look at any area of your business, any area of your life, and this will apply across the board. I tried to bring one more person over that raised their hand, but for some reason I was unable to do so. So, does this, I know that I don't usually, okay, makes a ton of sense. Okay, cool. All right. The idea is this. We're going to, and I'm going to do this on the next portion, right? We're going to go jump over onto this column, and in the call we're going to talk about the solution. If you're watching the replay of this on Google Plus or YouTube and you're like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to get on the call, it's okay. Go to burtbledsoe.com, check for a blog post where I'll talk about the solutions, right? I'll show this video. You'll be watching this video, and then underneath the video here in the description, you'll be able to see what the solutions are. You'll be able to see how these simple statements that are running in all of our minds, or let's not say all of our minds, let's say in a lot of people's minds, because a lot of us are learning to combat this, learning to defend against this, learning to think different thoughts, right? Learning to really perform and behave in a new way. And I want to be able to, what I want to do is I want to look at these ideas that permeate through most of our lives and look at how they're literally stealing your victory away from you. And this is the crazy part, is we're allowing it to happen. Can you imagine can you imagine going out and specifically going into a competition and losing? Can you imagine going into war and just being like, we're just going to let them kill all of us, right? Well, guess what? That's like what we're doing with the can'ts and the won'ts and the don'ts. We're letting the letter T steal our victories. And that's the question that I want to ask you. Are you letting the letter T steal your victory? Are you allowing it to rob you of your vision? Are you not moving the way you want to simply because of this simple letter T? And I suggest oops, I'm hitting the wrong keys. I suggest to some of you that you are. That indeed you're allowing the letter T to steal from you your victory, your opportunity to become the champion that you deserve to become the business owner that you want to be, to succeed and acquire the results that you want. So join me at the My Lead System Pro call if you have the moment right now, if you're live. If you're not live and you don't have that ability, then look down below, look in the description on the blog post below, or here in the YouTube, on the YouTube description, and find out the solutions, and then find out how you can connect more with us. Malia, did you have a quick can't, won't, or don't statement that we can add to the list? Go ahead. And no sound. All right, so maybe there was some tech difficulties. So for those of you that want to join us, please jump on over, and I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank Bob and Chris and Craig and Leanne and Len and Malia for jumping over, and Patty, and everyone that came over this morning for spending some time with us, but B, I want to thank you for contributing to the list so that we can use some real world examples to show people that these aren't just hypothetical statements. And I'm going to use a couple of hypotheticals, and I'm going to sprinkle in the examples that you guys gave me this morning, and we're going to talk about a simple method that you can use to turn it around, that you can use to turn these simple statements around so that you can start putting a positive message into your mind each and every day. Thanks for joining us here at the Free Daily Coaching Hangout. Thank you to each one of the panelists for coming over and participating. And what I would like to do at the very end here is I'm going to shoot you over to a webinar. As some of you have read, recently my wife was able to actually put her notice in at her job, and we're doing a webinar tomorrow night where I'm going to invite some people to do some really special stuff with me. For those of you that are already Mastery members with me, you guys are this is gonna be something that you guys are just gonna get, so it's gonna be something that's a special bonus. So this is gonna be for something for new members that decide to come on board with us, for something that we're doing in 2015. And so I wanna welcome you guys all, and if you'd like to come over to the webinar, it's gonna be tomorrow night. I'll send you the link right now, and I'll see if, or I'll talk to a few of you on the MLSP Morning Wake Up Call in just a few. Thanks, you guys. Have a great morning.